A boy abandoned on the freezing Mongolian steppes. A boy with no army, no kingdom, and almost no chance of survival. Yet within his lifetime, he would build the largest contiguous empire in history. How did Temujin become the legendary Genghis Khan? Let's find out. When we think of history's greatest conquerors, it's easy to imagine powerful rulers who began with vast armies and enormous wealth. But Genghis Khan's story couldn't be more different. Before he became one of the most feared leaders in history, he was simply a boy named Temujin, forced to fight for survival in one of the harshest environments on Earth. His journey wasn't just about conquest, it was about resilience, leadership, and the determination to overcome impossible odds. Let's begin where it all started. Temujin was born into the Mongol tribes during a time of constant conflict. When he was still a child, tragedy struck. His father was poisoned by a rival tribe. Without his father's protection, everything changed almost overnight. His family was abandoned by their own people and left to survive alone on the unforgiving Mongolian steppes. This wasn't simply a difficult childhood. It was a daily struggle for survival. Food was scarce. Enemies surrounded them. Every day demanded courage, resourcefulness, and determination just to stay alive. These harsh experiences shaped the young Temujin in ways few could imagine. He learned that loyalty could not be taken for granted. He learned to recognize opportunity in difficult situations. Most importantly, he learned that survival often depended on adapting faster than everyone else. These weren't just survival skills, they were the foundation of the leader he would one day become. But survival was only the beginning. Temujin understood that simply enduring hardship wasn't enough. If he wanted lasting security, the endless cycle of tribal warfare had to end. Instead of relying on noble birth or family status, he rewarded people based on loyalty, ability, and merit. This was revolutionary for its time. Even those he conquered were often welcomed into his growing alliance if they proved their loyalty. Gradually, rival tribes that had spent generations fighting each other began to unite under a single leader. In 1206, Temujin was proclaimed Genghis Khan, meaning universal ruler. For the first time, many of the Mongol tribes stood together as one powerful nation. With the tribes united, Genghis Khan turned his attention outward. His military campaigns quickly expanded across Asia. His armies defeated powerful kingdoms, including the Jin dynasty in northern China and the Khwarezmian Empire in Central Asia. Eventually, Mongol forces pushed west toward Europe. But Genghis Khan's success wasn't based on numbers alone. His army was organized with remarkable discipline. Soldiers were grouped into units of tens, hundreds, and thousands, making communication and coordination highly efficient. Combined with exceptional horseback archery, speed, intelligence gathering, and brilliant tactics such as the famous feigned retreat, the Mongol army became one of the most effective fighting forces in history. Soon, Genghis Khan ruled the largest contiguous empire the world had ever seen. A contiguous empire means its territory formed one continuous landmass, rather than being separated by oceans or distant colonies. This enormous connected empire transformed global trade. The period known as the Pax Mongolica brought relative peace across much of Asia, allowing merchants, travelers, and ideas to move more safely along the Silk Road. Genghis Khan also established the YAM, an advanced relay system that dramatically improved communication across his vast empire. His conquests didn't simply expand borders, they connected civilizations. The transformation is almost impossible to comprehend. A boy abandoned on the steppes became the ruler of history's largest contiguous empire. Yet his greatest achievement wasn't simply conquest. It was creating a system strong enough to survive beyond his own lifetime. Before his death, Genghis Khan carefully planned the succession of power. His son, Ogedei Khan, continued expanding the empire, ensuring that his father's influence spread even farther across the world. Today, Genghis Khan remains one of history's most influential and controversial figures. Some remember him as a ruthless conqueror responsible for immense destruction. Others see him as a visionary leader whose innovations in military organization, trade, and governance reshaped the medieval world. His legacy continues to spark debate centuries later. Perhaps the most remarkable part of this story isn't the size of the empire, it's the journey. A boy who lost everything, who survived betrayal, exile, and unimaginable hardship, went on to change the course of world history. His life reminds us that resilience, determination, and leadership can emerge from even the most difficult beginnings. But it also raises an important question. Was Genghis Khan history's greatest military genius, or one of its most ruthless conquerors? Let me know what you think in the comments. If you enjoy history, mysteries, and untold stories that shaped our world, consider subscribing to Unsolved and Untold. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.